Hey there, Littermates. Welcome back to Boss Kitty Live. I am your host, Boss Kitty. I'm just sitting here trying to figure out the music, make sure everything looks good. I think it looks great. Happy Wednesday, my loves. I hope you're doing well. It is the middle of the week. I think somebody actually said that. They said happy middle of the week, which, you know, Bubbles, you said it. Yeah, it's been... What's wrong? I did hit the... Oh, look, I'm there. I'm not looking at the screen. All I see is you guys. But you watched me hit it when you showed me... When you showed me studio mode, you showed me... You want to push it? Whoops-a-daisy. There we go. Look, it's just me now. Just one of me. There's two. Happy Wednesday indeed. There's always going to be something. I got the sound down this time, so apparently it's just, you know, whatever. What happens is that we have the open going, and I get into the seat, and I put it into a special mode that you guys can't see to make sure I'm centered. And we have a reset button, but it doesn't always reset it properly, so... Or maybe I forget to push it, but I swear I pushed it this time. Anyway, I hope you all are having a wonderful Wednesday. I hope you're having a great week, actually. TK and I are super busy. Like, just so busy. We've been packing every evening. I've been packing on my lunches. We've been getting stuff ready, you know, for closing, which is much more labor intensive than I expected it to be. Who knows? Who knew, right? So yeah, there's a lot going on. I did want to point out, because I had a few people who asked, when you look at the opening and the closing credits, you'll notice that the yarn is changed on every single one of those. And I've had a few people ask, so this one on today's was Murder Mittens in Mohair Ball. It's the first time we've used mohair for it. But if you're ever interested in the colorway that happens to be on that splash page, that opening credit and the opening credits and the closing credits, you can find the link directly to whatever colorway that is in the description of that particular VOD. So just a little piece of information there. You can also find a link to our tarot cards and any other special particular thing we might be using that week or for that show. So you're loving this shirt. So here's the thing about this shirt. I got this shirt randomly because it's got cats on it and it's got poofy sleeves, so I'm all about it. When I got it, I realized this kitty looks exactly like OG Pounce. Pounce is the cat for our logo, right? This is exactly what our original Pounce label looked like when TK designed it, like 10 years ago or however long it's been at this point. So it's a little strange, but I love it. I love this shirt so much. So thank you. That's why I like attending these streams. Anything can happen, right? It's just pure chaos. It's going all crafty. It's not bad at all. Double BK makes bulky. Yes, it does. No word yet on when that, hopefully for the bird. That's fair. It's a glorious color. Murder Mittens is a glorious color, by the way. You're working on a tea using it in Cat's Cradle. Excellent. It is a glorious color. It doesn't get enough love. Although when we have it in stock, it goes like that. So maybe I'm wrong. Taking a break from shopping, but listening like a podcast. No worries, Casey. Okay, you guys, it is Wildcard Wednesday. You know what that means. We're going to be working on my itsy bitsy teeny little granny squares today. But if you have any questions regarding stitches or, you know, knitting, crochet, whatever it might be, if I might have an answer, we'll go over it. Somebody in the chat might have an answer. I might have an answer. If you start asking me like American history, I'm not your girl. Don't no. Anyway. Let's get to it. If you're just joining us, welcome and thank you for being here.
Thank you for being a friend.
I hope someday that when I am in my elderly years that I can be like the Golden Girls. Although apparently they're only like 50 in that, which blows my mind and kind of freaks me out a little bit. Anyway, we do play a game at 6:45, so in a little less than 10 minutes, or a little more than 10 minutes rather, and then every half hour after that, so 7:15 and 7:45. And the only way that you can participate is if you are a subscriber, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and chat it up with us. What about algebra? You know, when I was taking algebra, I really liked it and I got it. But don't ask me if I remember any of that at this point. I'm sure I do, and I'm sure to some degree I use it in my everyday life, but I couldn't tell you where. 3, 4. Hi, Emily. How are you? First Wednesday streaming forever and a half. Excited to see what's going on today. Knitcraft, it's so good to see you. Megan, hello. You're at Michael's. You used to work at... You're at the Michael's you used to work at right now, and it's so hard not to buy all the yarn. In the box, out of the box. It's adorable. Yeah, it's weird. Whenever I go to Michael's, I want to buy everything. Not just yarn, just in general, I want to buy everything. All of the different crafts. In fact, the yarn is the thing I'm least tempted by, and I'm sure that that's because I have plenty of it back at home. But, like, the paints and the brushes and the different types of resin, like all that kind of stuff. I'm like, ooh, let's get all of these things. In fact, our Michaels for a brief moment had a cosplay section, which was really exciting. And then nobody bought it because this is Salem, Oregon. I don't know what that's about. So that kind of just went away. Hello, Storytime. How are you? Hi, Brittany. It's okay. It's perfectly fine if you guys are ever late. Seriously, you're not late. You're just on time. I promise. You missed what I'm making. Allison, I am making a million granny squares for a blanket. It's the, I don't have it up right now. Give me 1 second to see if I can find it again. It's a word I cannot say properly because that's me. Just 1 sec. We'll get logged in over here at Ravelry. And it should pop right up because I just brought it up last week too. Bring the workspace up so you guys can see it. Why didn't that button work? There it goes. Hello. Okay, so come down here. View my history page. There it is. It's the Battenberg blanket. That should not have been that hard. Right here. They're all little tiny granny squares done in fingering weight yarn, and I have so much just random scraps of fingering weight yarn that I was like, yeah, sure, why not? I need 525 of the colored ones and then 525 of the all uniformed color ones, which I think is going to be Packy most likely, unless I want to go mithril. So it just depends on how dark or light I want to go with that. We'll figure it out though. Oh, Melanie, thank you. Thank you, Ghost Babe. That's it right there. Yep. Hi, Kim Lloyd. How are you? Everybody should give a shout out to Kim Lloyd because that's my mother-in-law. I just called you out there. How do you feel about that? Yeah, so getting these started is always, for me at least, the hardest part because I'm trying to remember how many stitches go where, what type of stitches they are. I haven't established the pattern yet. And even though I've done a million of these, when you're talking and trying to do it, not so easy. You would think it would be, but it's not. You went to Michael's yesterday and had to keep saying, don't go to the yarn section. Don't go to the yarn section. Oh my gosh, kitty glitter mithril would be really cool. Except I tried doing kitty glitter for some of these squares because I have plenty of scrap kitty glitter, trust. But the problem is that the squares are much bigger because the weight of the yarn is slightly off. Like the ply makes it bigger. It's a heavier fingering weight, so they won't match up properly. So I'm going to stick with the cat's cradle base, but that would look really cool. Doing great. Thanks a lot. I'm looking forward to next week too. Hi, Dawn. Ashton, hello. What does mithril look like? Well, I mean, have you seen Lord of the Rings? No, I'm kidding. I'm being silly with you right now. Oh my gosh, it's so far away. I don't think I can reach it. It's way over there. Mithril is a very, very, very light gray. Let me see. Actually, it's the colorway that was on the last show. So I can do this super easy, actually. Give me one moment. We're gonna go on another little field trip here in 1 second. Mithril, mithril, mithril. Give me all the mithril. No, that's not what I wanted. We'll do it this way. We're going to go to bosskittyshop.com. And I'm going to go ahead and bring you guys along for the ride. Oh, look at that. So we're going to come down here to kitty glitter. If you want to see mithril and kitty glitter, it's the best. It says that I'm sold out, but I know I have at least one, so I need to change that. This is what mithril looks like. And you can kind of see the kitty glitter, the glisten of it in this picture, but it's really hard to tell in photos. When it moves around, though, it's super sparkly. So it's just a very, very, very faint gray. And it does shimmer. You can kind of see it right there. It's probably one of my favorite grays, honestly, and it's probably, of all the grays we have, our best seller, I would say. You love trips. Can't wait to get your hands on some mithril. Super subtle silver, exactly. You've needed to do that too, Sid. Do the grades and fade them. I've been so tempted to do that a few times. Not with this, just in general, like do a fade with all of our grays. It would be cool to actually start with any particular color before you start in the gray, because really any of them would go into it. Okay, there we go. So we've got our start right here. A little square. It's so cute and adorable. It's like a little mini square. It's a mini square. You guys have 4 whole minutes until our first round of Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Up. So make sure you have hit the subscribe button. When we hit 1,000 subscribers, you guys get Craft Hole with TK, and it's going to blow your mind because it's so much fun. Plus, I need to prove to him and to myself that you love me more, and I need for him to have another show where his views afterwards on the VOD don't blow mine out of the water. I need this. So let's hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm kidding. You guys, he's absolutely amazing, and you'll have a blast with Craft Hole. It's very charming. He's got a very soothing voice. He's fun to look at, quite frankly. And the crafting is a lot of fun, too. He does, like, painting. He does some woodwork sometimes. Might just be popsicle sticks and googly eyes. It really just depends on what he's feeling that day. But you guys only get it if we hit 1,000 subscribers, and we are so close at this point. I think we're about 70 away last time I looked. 70, 80, 90, yeah, 70. So just do it real quickly. Hi, Anastasia. You like the gray? It's not in your face. Yeah, we have 3 different grays. We have a really subtle light gray, mithril. We have Packy, which is your like 100% neutral gray. It's mid-tone gray. It's really, it's nice and soft. It is elephant gray. And then we have soot, because I refuse to do black yarn. Soot is as close as we get, and it is very decadent. So we have all grays for all occasions. Is Hobby Lobby, rumors Hobby Lobby's discontinued selling any yarn that isn't their brand. Look for the clearance yarn. When is moving day? Trina, moving day. Well, closing is on St. Patrick's Day. So I think we're going to start moving stuff over that very first day. We're painting that weekend, though. So here's the plan. Here's our plan, at least. We're going to try to take a room's worth of boxes each day or so over there. So we'll take we'll pack up the cars that day before we go to sign papers. Then we'll take those over there. We'll unload them, and then we'll start painting. And we'll do that every single day. And then I think he said the 27th is when we have the U-Haul to get all the big furniture and the rest of everything out. And that gives me, so that's 10 days of us slowly moving everything over. And then I have the 28th, 9th, 30th, and 31st to clean this place and get our deposit back. Because I have never, in my 40 years, not received 100% of my deposit. Except for $100 off of the last place we were at, because I don't remember why. Oh, we hadn't paid for the garage that month yet. That doesn't count. Hi, Hippo Monkey. How are you? We have 930 subs, you guys. Let's push through that and get some more. You have soot. It's off. Say it often, but it is so pretty. Oh, thank you. You guys are the best. Seriously, you guys know how to make a girl's heart blush. Only way I would ever shop at Hobby Lobby is 5-finger discount. I feel ya. I don't even know if there's one of those around here. There's a Michael's about 5 seconds from here, and I love going there to pick up stuff for the show, like, you know, props and things like that. A lot of the stuff that we get for the holiday shows we get from Michael's. And then there's Wild Knits in downtown Salem. I think that's really it for where I go. There is a shop in like this little museum part of Salem, this little yarn shop, and I think it's a whole co-op thing because there's like a lot of different tiny shops and people take turns watching each other's shops. So it's a little strange, but it's kind of cool actually. And they've got all sorts of different stuff. They've got yarn. They've got, like, last time I was there, somebody made handmade aprons. So it's a little bit of everything all in one spot, which is nice. Okay, you guys, guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? So cheesy, and I love it so much. Okay, so it is time for the Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups. Let's see here. Let's get the boring stuff out of the way. There we go. And then let's find out who our winner is going to be. Allison Works, congratulations. You are our first contestant.
Time
Whoops.
to clean up.
That is not true. I pushed the wrong button. Whoops.
Yay!
There we go. That's what I meant to push. TK is out there shaking his head. I guarantee it. Congratulations. You are our first contestant on the Wheel of Goodies and Goof 'em Ups. And apparently I am a hot mess and I'm pushing all the buttons because it's pure chaos tonight. Let's get that wheel up for you. There it is. So if you're new to the show, we're going to go over this real quickly for all of you. This is our beautiful wheel. It has good things and bad things on it, and sometimes it has silly things. So we have dad jokes, we have free shipping, we have yarn tarot, we have game over. We do have Ravelry patterns for either $10 or up to $5, merch codes for stickers and buttons, blinky rolls to potentially get some free yarn, adjunct animal sounds, and I think that is everything on the wheel. And of course, Pounce is right smack in the middle. So Allison, I'm going to go ahead and spin this wheel for you. You're in the bathtub. You get a merch code. Congratulations.
Congratulations, you're a winner.
So, my dear, just message me on Discord and I'll actually, you know what? I'll just message you with your code for your merch. Basically, the next time you want to buy some Boss Kitty yarn from the shop online, you just go ahead and add the merch package that comes up for the button sticker bundle and then pop your code in there and it'll take that off for free for you. So thank you so much for being a subscriber, for being so awesome. If any of you are ever in Portland, Allison actually works at one of the shops that we have a wholesale account with. She works at Unraveled, which is in downtown Portland, and you guys should check it out. It's a really great shop. Okay, we will see you in like half an hour or so. So just get out of here.
Goodbye.
Thank you. Okay, so let's get back to it. Don't drop your YouTube watching thingy. That would be amazing, right? Yeah, don't freak out in the bathtub and then drop your tablet or your phone or something. TK made this. TK loves to take baths. I'm probably TMIing right now. I don't like baths. I was a swimmer when I was younger, and so if I'm in a body of water, I want to swim around in it. You can't do that in a bath. It bugs the hell out of me. But he made this really cool wooden thing, like it's a table, and it sits on the top of the bathtub. And I don't know how he figured this out, but this is the shit he would do on Craft Hole. Not take the bath, but make the thing for the bath. Don't get your mind out of the gutter. And you can sit it on there, and you put your phone on there. You can put a drink on there. Man takes like 2-hour baths now because of that damn thing. Thankfully, your phone is waterproof. Thankfully, indeed. I think mine is too, but I really don't want to test that theory. Okay. So these corners, I didn't realize this. These are the first granny squares I've ever made. So for those of you who have never done granny squares, and I'm pretty sure I'm probably the only person in this room that is the case for, corners are done because you do like extra stitches there, right? Like you do 2 and then 2 chain and then 2 again, and that makes your corner. It's very clever and very simple. If it weren't for the gutter, my mind would be homeless, my friend. That is a fair statement. Fair indeed. 1,000 subscribers and TK takes a bath. Whoa. Finally. Yeah, he's getting really stinky, you guys. You have no idea. It's embarrassing. Okay. So there we go. Now we're going to go ahead and do another chain of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. These only have 3 rows on them. Do that right? I don't think I did. I did. I'm second guessing myself, and that's not good. There we go. Your apartment is tiny. You only have a tiny, tiny shower. You miss having a bathtub and the bath bombs. Bath bombs are nice. I've used them. It's silly. I've put them in the shower just to get the smell sometimes. I have totally swam in the pool, then showered off, then take a bath, and then showered again. Fair enough. I've heard TK sing Rubber Ducky, You're the One. So there should be 7 stitches across here. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get into this corner right here. And then turn it again. That's what the shower bath bombs are for. They have stronger scent just for that. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and step in real quickly and say that I suspect we all have our opinions on Hobby Lobby and what's going on there. I don't believe anybody's trying to shame anybody. Everybody's got their reasons for what they do and how they do it. And let's move on for now and just have a good evening, my loves. He does have an amazing radio voice. It's infuriating sometimes, quite frankly. Have you ever tried to have an argument with somebody who has the calmest voice ever? You can't win. You can't ever, even if you're right, you can't win. Because they just make things sound so logical. They make shower bath bombs. I don't know if they make shower bath bombs. They make, but they make little smelly things that you can put in the shower that make your shower smell nice. Clearly, it's not going to do anything to my skin, though. Okay. What size hook is this? This is a size C hook, or a 2.75 millimeter hook. I have a whole entire set of clovers somewhere. This is not the smallest one in there, but it is pretty small. This hook is cursed. I've lost this hook 4 different times and had to replace it at least 3. So hopefully this will be the last time I have to do that. Like living with Spock, exactly. That is exactly what it's like. They're called shower steamers, and they're amazing. I had one that had like lavender in it and a little bit of vanilla. And okay, I just flat out told you guys I don't like baths. That doesn't mean I don't like to waste water. Unfortunately, I'm a terrible person. I don't do this very often, but I like to sit at the bottom of the bathtub and let the shower just like hit me. And those things are amazing if you do that. It's like a little amazing fake sauna. That is the cutest thing ever. Put it in show and tell. Is it? Here, TK's gonna have me put this up here so you guys can see it. This is happening in my living room right now. Phenomenal. Shower streamers are why you cannot stand peppermint anymore. You used to make them. Oh, you know what? That's fair. I used to work at Subway a long, long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. And I can't stand the smell of bread baking. I think it smells awful. Cookies are fine. I did live next to Nabisco, for sure. And you'd think that I would hate the smell of cookies, but I don't. Cookies are nom. TK used to live next to a maraschino cherry plant, and he never wants to see another one for the rest of his life. Alright. Let's see here, people. Okay, I'm just gonna pop this right over here. And then, so this last stitch right here, because you need that double stitch in the corner, you just connect it like so. And then put it in the last little corner area, which is how you get that square right there. And I don't have my scissors on me, alas, because I am silly. So we're just gonna break it off and bring it through. Adventure Time's a favorite for sure. Okay, so we've got 3, 4 of these technically with the fairy farts. I like to do batches of them. Oopsies. Grabbing a snack, you bought Starburst jelly beans in there. Oh my god, that sounds delicious, Miranda. You think the full moon because your spawns are crazier than usual. Okay, so that green yarn is gorgeous. Minnie Mal, thank you. This is ectoplasm. We carry it in the shop over at bosskittyshop.com. I think right now we have it in Mohair Ball, which is behind me. I'll show that off. Ta-da, right over there. And then we also have it in some Cat's Cradle, which is what I'm using right now. Time to call Gracie to come cut the yarn. You know what's really funny is I was just talking to Gracie today about how I miss having her on the show. I was like, you should come do the show with me tonight. And she's like, yeah. But she's out in the living room being lazy. I don't know what to do about that kid. She's obsessed with food, like extremely obsessed with food. She starts to stress out when it's food time because her food drops a little bit slower than the rest of the kitties do. And she starts to pace. When it's wet food time, she scarfs hers down and then tries to go for cons or the babies. And if you leave any type of pan or anything on the stove after the stove is cooled down, she will jump up there and try to eat it. It's only gotten worse. I have no idea what it is. I don't know if I should call a vet to talk to them about this, but like her whole entire world is just around food. Your students are crazier than normal. Maybe it's just that time of year. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Three. It's a Gracie. Hi, baby. How are you? Oh my goodness. Can I go full screen with you? I want to try it. Boop. It's a kitty cat. How are you doing? You look so tired. You can call a dog trainer or a vet. That's not a bad idea. Was she like that before you got the new cat? I don't think she was she? She was not this obsessed with food before we got Zuzu. Yeah, it's a food insecurity. So that's what we thought too when we were looking into it. You want to put it on the table? You can. Hi there, Pumpkin. Look, you haven't been up here in so long. Oh. Well, so, this is my blanket, so that's perfectly fine. She can stay there if she wants to. This is Miss Gracie May. If you've never met her, she is our Lynx Point, and she's the sweetest little thing in the whole world, except for the part where she loves to eat yarn. But I don't think she's feeling it right now. She's just sleepy. Are you going to take up the whole entire screen while I sit here and knit or crochet? Can I do this? Can I just lean on you and crochet? Is this a thing? Oops, that's the wrong way. There we go. Are you purring? You are, you little punky. She's so sweet, you guys. Little girl, what are you doing? Oh. And she's on my stuff. You look up? Say hi to everybody. Oh, hello. I don't know if you guys knew that this is actually the... Oh, here we go. No. Gracie May. Stop that. You're not supposed to. Suddenly she's awake. How amazing. Come here. Come here, Stinky. You want to say hi to everybody? Okay, I got to get back to it, though. You're taking up all of my space. And Daddy's going to... Kurt. She doesn't want to go. She's like a rag doll, you guys. It's the saddest thing I've ever seen. Get that yarn. Oh my god, all the time. That's she turns into a kitten again immediately. You're okay with a cat live show. She's so cute, Sierra. She's also like the sweetest cat you will ever meet. She has not a single mean-natured bone in her body. She immediately took to Zuzu. She takes care of Khan. She is a little snuggle bug. I love her so much. She is 100% my familiar. 2 and 3. What's our yarn selection tonight, BK? Let's see here. It has a little bit of Gracie on it. My apologies. So we have some ball rog. This is in BKDK weight, and this is an undertone. So it's got brass monkey underneath it, and then we've got a nice kind of almost, I'm trying to think of the word I'm looking for. Coppery red on top of it. So that's what this is. I've got some kitty glitter Tales from St. Olaf out, which is one of my favorites. You can see how that just kind of shimmers. And then we have some Princess of Mars in BKDK weight as well. And I thought those looked really good together, so I decided I would put them out there for you guys. Oh, thank you, Winters. You want a baby kitty? Oh my gosh, that baby kitty. Zuzu is a handful. Part of the problem, you should check out some videos by Jackson Galaxy. Oh my goodness. I will definitely check those out, Vicky. I've heard of him before. I have not checked any of his stuff out though, so maybe I'll do that after the show tonight. Because it's really starting to worry me. She's such a good kid. And I feel for her. Like, I feel so bad for her that she's so stressed out over food. You need some Ben and Jerry's. Who doesn't? Hi, little brat. 2, 3, 4. There we go. And then we're going to do stitches right across here. There should be 3 double crochets over, and then we get to our next corner. You guys, seriously, if you have scrap fingering weight yarn and you crochet, I cannot recommend this pattern enough. It's mindless enough that you can do it while you're watching TV. You can I took it to a comedy show. But it's also got enough of a structure to it because they're granny squares that it's still interesting and fun. And you don't have to do it all at once. Like, you can just go make them as you go, you know, as you have the scrap yarn, create them. There's something chaotic and cathartic about the idea that I'm making this huge blanket just out of scraps. You love the Balrog. Such a pretty color. Thank you, Ashton. Super fall colors. Princess of Mars is gorgeous. Worked real hard on a true blue. I mean, true red, rather. It took me a very long time. Does everyone have fun makes tonight? I'm crocheting a virus shawl. It's a free pattern on Hobby. Oh my gosh, Minnie Mal, I cannot wait to see it. You should put it in show and tell. Go 2 and 3. And then we're going to do our corners again. And then we've got one more to go right there before we go into our final row. Oh, I can't wait to see what picture people love, Yarn Pirate. You guys start talking about show and tell super early, and I get so excited because I don't have it up. I have no idea what's going on. I am part of a buy nothing group in the area. I have to change once we move, though. I originally signed up to get rid of a bunch of our stuff because we were moving, and then I can't help myself. I end up getting stuff. So after the show, I'm picking up a fancy Italian made pasta maker of all the things for free. I was like, TK, do you want this? And he's like, we don't make pasta. I'm like, but we will. So here we are. You got a bunch of primer Chanel yarn from the Dollar Tree. Nice. You're doing a square for a blanket and finishing the first March sock. That's right, sock madness, you guys. Oh, I could never do it. You got stoked for an air purifier and your partner got stoked for a cheese grater. Adult things. Those are great things to get stoked about. We have 2 air purifiers and I love them. I don't know what I would do without them, honestly. You have the dairy-free chocolate fudge brownie. Oh, so good. Gonna go across here real quickly. It does sound, I didn't know there was a dairy-free version crocheted. Okay. So you guys want to hear the funny part of all of this moving business? So we close on the 17th, like I said. We have to hand the keys back to our landlord for this place by 11:59 p.m. on the 31st. Back in November, I scheduled with our accountant to finish up our taxes for March 30th. So that's happening. In the middle of all of this, I'm making sure that everything we need for taxes is up and proper and documented the way they need it. And most of it's taken care of. I just need to throw like my W-2 and, you know, stuff like that into the mix. But oh my gosh, it's been a lot. It's been a little overwhelming, but I think we're almost through it. You haven't drank water all day. Oh my gosh, Sierra, get some water. I got excited because it glows in the dark and I didn't know what. Oh my god. That's amazing. Yeah, I didn't know Ben & Jerry's had a dairy free. That makes me excited because I love Ben & Jerry's, but ice cream unfortunately upsets my tummy anymore, which sucks because I am an ice cream fiend. Okay, so I made a big old mistake in this. I think. We're going to double check it though. Yeah. So here's the corner. We were just talking about this. Here's the corner. And what makes it the corner is that you've got those 2 chain stitches there, right? Like that's going to be the next area where you put more chain stitches. It does things like this. It looks great. Well, I forgot the chain stitch right here. There's no chain stitch in here. So I have to go back and fix that, which is fine. It's not that far. I should have been able to catch it right there because it looks wonky. Okay, so there's 2 stitches right there. That looks wonky too. Okay, so there we go. Use your waffle maker for the more pre-made cinnamon roll. What? You can do that? Shut the front door. 2, 1, 2, and then 1, 2, and then we'll do 3 stitches here. 1, 2, 3. You love the Instapot. Corned beef and cabbages are great in there, or chili with beans cooked under pressure. I've only used my Instapot to make eggs. I've had it since Christmas and I'm afraid to use it. I don't want to hurt it. So I should probably figure that shit out. Probably not until we move though. Cinnamon roll waffles do sound amazing. So also apple pie. I'm not a pie person unless I use cinnamon roll dough with cinnamon in it as the crust for the top and the bottom. So good. See, that is how you make pie, because that crust tastes delicious and sweet and not like weird, salty, crusty, flaky nastiness. Guys, in your pie, it's so weird. Or graham cracker crust. Those are also good. Hoping I can get back to my crochet socks. I hate lying. Oh, we hate that you're lying in bed too. I hope you can get back to them as well. Okay, so right there, like so. It is pretty damn amazing. Instapot is great for set it and forget it soups. I did try to make pea soup in it and it scalded the bottom, I think. I have to look at, I think maybe I was just using it incorrectly, which how do you do that with an Instapot? But here we are. You've done the cinnamon roll as an apple pie crust. It's delicious. See, Elizabeth gets what I'm saying here. Elizabeth, you should have received an email this evening with a gift card in it as your subscriber giveaway reward award. So if you don't get that, let me know. But you should, because you were also in the system, so it was pretty easy. I was like, oh, I didn't even have to ask her for her email address. Jeez. It happens 9 times out of 10. Oh, Watu Pinky Kitty has... Oh my goodness. Do you like frozen yogurt? Non-dairy frozen yogurt became my magical ice cream replacement. I do like frozen yogurt. I am very fond of frozen yogurt. It is not quite the same. Sometimes there's something to be said about like just creamy freaking ice cream. But Lactaid makes a really good lactose-free ice cream that I am a fan of. So, and ice cream is one of those things I can't keep in the house. I have very little self-control when it comes to ice cream. I will eat it until I make myself sick. So it's a very special treat around here. Doesn't happen often. But there is a frozen yogurt place down the street. And I actually haven't been there probably in about 8 or 9 months, I want to say. It's been a while. Maybe I'll get TK to go there before we move, though. It's cute. It's nice. It's tasty. It was a little salty. The Instant Pot is kind of a slow cooker. It's kind of like a slow cooker, pressure cooker mixed in one. It's more of a pressure cooker, I would say. It makes yogurt, apparently. I haven't tried that yet, but I'm very excited. But I'm going to lie to myself and say, nah, it's a great replacement. I bet it's delicious, Sierra. I love sorbet, but that's got dairy in it too a lot of the time. I ever ate Play-Doh as a kid. I sniffed it a lot. I probably licked it a little bit. This conversation out of context sounds terrible, and I love it. Okay, perfect. Tonight you bought and ate Friendly's ice cream. What is Friendly's ice cream? You just finished the yarn wall and went through all the fabric stuff. Now you have to figure out the wool spinning wall. You've made yogurt in a slow cooker. It's good stuff. Yeah, it's going to happen. Just like the canning's going to happen. I have big plans, guys. Going to help me make sure I go through with them, though. You love added context. We used to get little snippets from the Twitch show of me saying random stuff out of context. And I had no idea that the majority of what comes out of my mouth sounds like an X-rated joke, like a dirty joke, quite frankly. Or the punchline to a dirty joke. Or maybe the setup, who knows? I had no clue. My brain was boggled away. Not ice cream, talking about it. I knew what you meant. Oh my gosh. You put red lentils with pepper or onions, garlic, carrots, potatoes, vegetable stock, coconut milk, and red. Oh my god, that sounds delicious. Your grandmother used to use a pressure cooker when you were a kid. Used to scare you because it was the old-fashioned type. Yeah. As long as you don't blow the roof off your new house. Oh my gosh. Is it wheel time? Oh my gosh, it is wheel time. 1 minute past the wheel. It's time, you guys. You're supposed to come in here with jazz hands. Where are your jazz hands? There we go. It's wheel time. Let's go ahead and get that wheel going. They used to all be so friendly about this, right? They're like, it's okay that she's past the wheel time. Now they're like, wheel. And I love it. Love it. There's a hole in the roof. Let's see who our winner is. Sierra, congratulations. You are our second contestant tonight on the Wheel of Goodies and Goof-em-ups. There it is. Look at that beautiful wheel. You made that. That's your wheel, baby. Is that a Conathan? I see a con. What? Okay, so this is our lovely wheel. You know what's on it. I know what's on it. We're just going to get down to business. I know, Sierra. It's so exciting. And you get Yarn Tarot. What?
Congratulations, you're a winner.
Mm-hmm. Okay, wheel, we will see you in about half an hour. Oops, wrong button. Chaos has ensued.
Good night and goodbye.
Okay, so this is the way this works. I've got this lovely set of cards here. It's called the Yarn Tarot deck, and if you are interested in your own set, you can find a link to them in our description of this show, and many others actually. Hi, Con. How are you? Sierra, I'm going to focus on you while you focus on whatever it is in your life that you need to focus on, and we'll pick a card together. You feel like a winner wheel. You are a winner wheel. You thrive on chaos. Me too. Con, do you want to help? Oh no, Zuzu's in here now. Okay, Con. Where do you want? Which card? Which card do you think it is? Okay, that one. This is the card that Con picked, so that's the card you're gonna get. because he's a wizard. Okay, are we ready? It's the Knight of Cups upside down. Let's see what it says, guys. I'm going to do it this way. Because that's all major arcana. Oh, look. You've got it. I see it. I see it. I see it. I see it. Right. But it's the Knight. This isn't minor. Oh, I guess they are in here. I have to see. That's a lot. That's some interesting stuff. Hold on. Okay, Knight of Cups reversed. At times, the reverse Knight of Cups can indicate that you are feeling moody, less than sulky towards things, maybe even envious towards others or things around you. You're allowing emotions to get the better of you, and it's kind of getting in the way. I don't necessarily think that means, you know, in the sense where you're brooding and sitting and feeling sorry for yourself. It might be. I have no idea what's going on right now. But maybe it means that you are just stuck, right? That those feelings are overtaking you and overpowering you and not letting you move forward. I'm still reading. I'm sorry. So yeah, basically it's saying, you know, overactive imagination regarding what might happen, and that's not necessarily true. And looking at other people's grass and how much greener it is. I mean, your grass is actually pretty damn green and beautiful too. So just keep that in mind. Also, if you guys want to take a look at this card right here, the cups are drop spindles, which I think is delightful. I love the jagged little river right down there at the bottom. And he's wearing a shawl, by the way, and a little cap. It's fantastic. That freaked me out a little. Wow, it's not wrong for sure. You take whatever you need from that. And yeah, I mean, don't let it freak you out. You know, I feel like a lot of the time tarot card readings, obviously, you know, they're wide and open to interpretation, but there's going to be something there that connects with you and kind of makes you look at yourself and your own reflection and what's going on. And I think that's the most important part about it. Oh, what am I doing? Jeez, you guys would think I've never done this show before. Guess what?
It's time to stretch.
Hi, Samantha. Okay, I know everybody's kind of tense tonight. Here, there's a full moon. I just want you to kind of roll your shoulders out. Breathe in and out calmly. Hello, Alexandria. How are you? Oh, Don, I'm so glad that you love Yarn Tarot. I do too. Like I said, TK, in the beginning, he wasn't a fan of it. He's like, it takes too much time. And I'm like, it has to take time. It's Yarn Tarot. So, I think it's a lot of people's favorites. So now we're going to go ahead and extend one hand forward. Hello, my loves. And bring it across. Like so. Of course, Sierra. You used to read runestones. Crochet hook. I have a set of runestones, and they're beautiful. They're made out of rocks found on the Oregon coast. My mother and my father found all of them. They're flat, and then my dad painted the runes on them and gave them to my grandmother. And when she passed, they were given to me. I've never used them, and I would like to. I'd like to learn how to. Worm moon. What? I don't even know what that is. All cut up in squares. Yeah. Oh my gosh. So I've been picking up boxes, and I'm probably not picking them up as well as I should, because my lower back is killing me, in case anybody's wondering. So now we're just extending our fingers right here, because it's going to stretch everything underneath the arm area. Yarn Tarot is your favorite. I love it. It's so good. It's really interactive too. My tarot deck that I have for my game, that I play a divinator in, that is scary spot on. We'll be sitting there gaming and stuff will be going on, and I'm just shuffling it and pulling cards, and we're looking at them. My friends are like, what the hell is happening right now? It's a little freaky how spot on it is. Yours were rose quartz. Oh, that's actually a perfect stone for something like runes. Am I Wiccan? I am. You are correct. Well, pagan. My mother was Jewish. My father was Lutheran. They got married and decided they were pagan. And I grew up with all sorts of different religions and such, and that's what I went with. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and press gently on the top of our hand, like so, and just stretch out the wrist and forearm. Is the worm moon? I think I actually read that somewhere, Lillian. You're right. So I was like, that seems like a strange name for a moon. I should look more into it. Okay, now we're going to do our other one. Just flop it forward. Bring this one across on the top, like so. Breathe. Think about something to focus on for a moment. Perfect. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and go straight into our finger stretches. I like to just splay mine out like so, and then roll my thumbs. That's where I like to start. This is from Zuzu, in case anybody's wondering. And we just sit here, and we do this for probably 10 rounds one way, 10 rounds the other. Your mom was raised Catholic and ended up Wiccan. You studied a lot when you were younger. You won't say you're Wiccan, but it's definitely the closest thing you really believe in, honestly. And I think that's fair. That's fine. That's beautiful. I have absolutely no judgment on anybody's faith or beliefs as long as it's not something that hurts other people. You know? Just for... Oh, well, thank you, Tina. It's the worm moon, and it signifies end of winter. Well... hot damn, Dawn. I'm ready for it, honestly. There's the middle finger. I don't know about the rest of you, but when I try to do fingers past my pointer finger, all my other fingers wiggle around. I'm terrible at this. You'd think I'd be better at it by now. Other way. And then our pinkies. Blah, 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 blah. There we go. Perfect. Love that mentality. Another reason. Oh, well, thank you. You guys are my favorite, some of my favorite humans too, honestly. Yarn box colorway idea. The colors could be major stone colors like amethyst, blue, lapis, rose quartz. Oh, that would be beautiful, Lambert. Yeah. It would also be incredibly hard because I would want it to be perfect. That might be one that I slowly work on and mess around with and see if I can do, because I would love to be able to do that. But I suspect it's going to have an undertone to it, kind of like these do, so that you get a lot of that tonal depth that a lot of those semi-precious stones have in them. Rose quartz is an example of one of those. Might be able to do that with like a really soft silver underneath it or something. Or if you did like the pale pink and then put more kind of pink on it so it looks like it's streaking. See what you've got me doing now? It's cute and checks out. Last Wednesday I had 7 inches of snow, then today it was 6 inches. Right? It snowed this morning and then it was sunny this afternoon. I'm over it. My body's over it. Do you guys notice that when the weather goes back and forth to extremes that your body becomes exhausted? People are more susceptible to get sick at that point. I don't know if you're just trying to catch up with the temperature or what, but I can't keep doing it. My body's old is what I'm trying to say. You're still on the lookout for the perfect opal yarn colorway. I feel like that would have to be a glitter color, right? Like it would have to have some type of either stellina or tencel in it. Or silk. Silk might actually work for that. Silk with stellina? Is that even a possibility? I don't think that's a real thing. Maybe it is. I should look. Silk might actually work for that really well. Or bamboo. See, now you guys got me thinking. Shit. That's never any good. Mom was Catholic, your brother, and you're exposed to all religions and choose Catholic. Exactly. And I think that that's wonderful. And I think it's perfectly fine for people who don't choose any type of religion or faith as well. I mean, yeah, it's completely up to each person. As long as, like I said, they're not hurting other people. 2, 4, 5. There we go. And it's still on. I had that problem with my grandmother when I was younger. a teenager, because like I said, she grew up Lutheran, and she was very much, she grew up, because I mean, she was born in the 30s, so she grew up with this mindset that you had to push people to be what you were and believe what you believed. And then eventually in her elder years, she changed to Wicca and paganism, being pagan. And but she had the same mindset. Like she would fight people, and she would get really aggressive about it, about how people didn't believe the way she did. And I confronted her about it once, and we went round and round a few times over it. Because it's just, I don't know. I feel like that's an unhealthy mindset to have. All the Flexicolors. Yes. It would be so good. Now Bruiser was my goalpost for like ever in a year, and now I have a new one. Thanks. Opal it is. If you did do the stone inspired colorways, do you ship to the Netherlands? My friend Kim is huge. Sierra, we ship anywhere and everywhere. If you have a P.O. box on the moon and there's a way for me to get it there, I will get you yarn to the moon. Yes, we ship to the Netherlands. There was this one person, I don't remember who it was. This one person bought some yarn, and it went to this very remote place in Switzerland, I think. I don't know, but it was like this sleepy little city. It was really cool. I get excited when our yarn goes like across the country. I've never been across like out of the country, so if my yarn can get out of the country, at least my children are doing better than I am. I'm going to open a yarn shop that is on a bus, so a traveling yarn shop. TK wanted to kind of do that. He wanted to be like a traveling yarn pop-up shop type thing, and there is a company that did that for a while. I think that they went that they closed up shop last year, and that would make sense because COVID would have like kicked their heinies real hard. But I think it's a great idea, and I think what would be really cool, because the one I'm talking about, they specifically carried their yarn, I believe. But it would be really neat if it was the type of yarn shop that carries different, like, carries other people's yarn, right? Like an actual shop does. The overhead of having a shop on a bus would be a little lower. That's true. There are a few of them. Oh, thank you, Sierra. I appreciate you too. You were just watching the Welsh Vikings video about the pagan versus Christian living right before you went live. Oh my gosh, that's serendipitous. 3, 4. Yeah, faith and the things that it has led people to do is fascinating and sometimes inspiring and other times terrifying, quite frankly. The human race in general, like, we have so much potential to be such great people, but we have just as much potential to be terrible. And really, it's a coin toss which one we're going to be each day. We're buying an RV. It's happening. We're doing this. It is not a saturated market. No, not at all. I would love traveling, and I would love to dye yarn. I smell retirement in our future. I think it's a great idea. I used to joke with TK because he's Welsh, technically. That's where his family is from, and he really wants to go to Wales. I really want to go to Scotland and maybe Romania someday. That's where my family's from. But we used to make jokes that we would go to Wales and we would just write off the whole entire trip and maybe hit a yarn shop or two and be like, buy our yarn. There we go. The whole trip is now a write-off. I don't think that actually works that way, but it's a nice dream to have. Do you think the moth problem would be a bigger challenge if you were a mobile shop? Lillian, that is a great question. I don't know, honestly. I suspect there would be things that you could do to try to prevent that, but it would really depend on where you're keeping it, how insulated the pop-up shop was. I mean, different areas are going to have different issues as far as moths go, but any shop that's in that area is going to have the same problem, right? Kira's decided to come downstairs. Oh. You guys have 10 whole minutes, actually technically 12 minutes, until our final round of Wheel of Goodies and Goof-em-ups. So once again, hit the subscribe button, please. Let's do this. Let's get to 1,000. Park among cedars. Exactly. I was thinking that. Like, just make the whole bus out of cedar wood. You could actually line the inside in cedar. That would not be a bad idea. Before you buy any plane tickets. Right? I'm like, so how do I write this whole thing up? And like, you don't. You just enjoy your trip. The insane heat of vehicles has during the summer would kill most things. That's also true. That's something you'd want to keep into take into consideration as well, as how hot it would be in summertime, depending on where you are. I mean, I guess you could just chase winter. Sounds like a book. If we get to 1,000, we might get TK in the back. My poor husband. That poor man, I swear. Oh man. You guys, he was super nervous before his crochet episode that he did. Like really nervous. He rocked it. He did a great job. You guys loved it. It was a hit, but he was nervous. I love the smell of cedar too. This show has flown by. It always flies by. Yarn Dyer is bringing wood paneling back into fashion. Yeah. I don't blame you, honestly. I don't want to let it go either. You make soap and such. Now you need to formulate cedar. It's essential. Oh, winter. I would buy the hell out of that. Oh my gosh. You know what you should look into, Winter? If you make soap, you should look into fiber soaps, like fiber rinses and things. I'm always looking for new fiber rinses that people make. I like the mainstream ones that are out there, but I'm always interested in new ones, different scents. You know, sometimes they're made specifically for a certain type of fiber. I got one once that was just a joke. It was basically water, but that was okay. You'll live and learn. What is wood paneling? Casey, wood paneling is... Well, let's take a field trip down memory lane, you guys. For those of you who grew up in the 70s and 80s, this will just make you feel young again. Wood. I gotta be careful what I type in here. Paneling. So there are many different types of wood paneling, but it's basically like a wall of wood, but it's thin. Let me see here. Here we go. Images. So this is like old school. You can't even see what I'm looking at. Old school wood paneling right here, like that type of wall. But you can also get cars, like wood paneling wagon. Here we go. Yeah, look at that sexy beast. So those old wagons that you see that have the wood paneling on the side, that's what wood paneling is for cars, at least. But then, yeah, inside people's houses, there was a lot of wood paneling as well. There you go. Do the car. Your house was built in 1983. God, you have wood paneling but painted over it. Yep. That was the year I was born. Yep. Casey, 100%. She probably had that in her old house. You know, it's so funny, the things that remind you of your childhood. So like wood paneling makes me think of like my grandma smoking, things like that, right? Indoors, because that was a thing back then. Or it makes me think of my mother eating sunflower seeds obsessively because she loved them. It's so weird, the things that you think of when you think of iconic items from your past. Griswold station wagon. Who doesn't? Nana had one of them. They were crappy cars because the wood rots out. I never even thought about that, Brittany. That actually makes sense. Wow, I would never have put two and two together. Wood panels are your childhood. Exactly, Dawn. Comes with a sweater vest and a paperboy cap and pipe optional. I feel like that's a dad joke thing right there. when I was little, we lived in this old Victorian house. It had wood paneling in the living room, and it really didn't have a furnace as much as it had like this radiator type furnace in the living room. It wasn't like there wasn't central heat throughout the house. There was this big box furnace basically that let heat out, and in the wintertime everybody like got real close to it. Yeah, it's just weird the things that you think about. And it technically had a formal dining room that we really didn't use for a dining room. And the tiniest little kitchen you can imagine. But a huge backyard, and it had half of a, there you go, you guys get a little BK story. It had half of a clothing line in there, right? The metal tees that make a clothing line. So it had one of the tees, not the other one. And it was kind of jiggly in the ground. And I don't know why, but my brother and I used to play Oregon Trail because we're from Oregon. And there was a picnic bench back there, and we pretend that was our this was our wagon, and that our dog was our ox. And we finally got to Oregon, and for some reason neither of us knew what churning butter looked like, but we decided turning that T-post was churning butter, and so that's what we wanted to get to Oregon to do. I wish that this was a joke, but it is not. That is really what I did as a child. The big console TVs with record player. Yep. And 8-track players in the top. Your other grandmother had ashtrays. Casey, like those kind of amber colored heavy duty ashtrays that would like second as a weapon if you needed it to. Funny ear antennas for sure. I died of dysentery. I have a cross stitch that I've never finished that says you've died of dysentery that I've always wanted to put in my bathroom. Don't leave your thumb in the dark for our lovely host friends. You did things like that when you were a kid. We also had this little stump in the side yard that was hollowed out. You couldn't see the bottom of it. It was very tiny. And I told my brother that a leprechaun lived in it, and it was right next to the window of the house. And so he would go out there and look when he didn't think I was watching, and I would duck underneath the window and talk to him in my leprechaun voice. And I made him think that he had to feed the leprechaun green, and so he would feed it all the grass. Like he would spend hours out there just putting grass down this stupid little stump. I was a terrible sister, man. Laser disc players. My grandparents had one of those. My grandfather and his partner had one. To get young BK into making butter for the family. I have made butter on accident. You so want to play Oregon Trail now. We used to play Oregon Trail all the time, and we get really excited because we were in Oregon. So it's like, yeah. Like most schools, I guess, around the country, you guys probably study it for like a week or so, right? Like that's a whole entire thing each year for us. Or it was. Made the ashes disappear was like a toy. That is fascinating. Ashtray you pushed in. I've never even heard of one of those. Ashtray with a motor that was supposed to suck all the smoke back inside so as not to harm the... Oh my god, Yarn Pirate, that sounds like it probably didn't work, honestly. Can you just imagine like all of the nastiness that was in those houses that our grandparents lived in that they smoked inside of it? All of that nicotine and gunk that was on everything. Ugh. Oh, it is the best game. You can get it on your phone. Or at least you used to be able to. I used to play it all the time on my phone. Our parents used my brother and I as the remote. Yep, that's a real thing. So we got a Nintendo when I was a kid. It was like the big gift that Christmas for us, right? And as I said, our living room was very strange. Our couch was all the way back against the wall, and it was this huge living room, and the TV was all the way on the other side. And Nintendo had corded controllers, right? They weren't wireless at that time, and so you couldn't really reach the couch with them. So we had this folding chair. It was only one folding chair. They'd stick in the middle of the room so that you could reach the controller. And my brother and I were allowed to play for 1 hour a day. And that was together. That was combined together for the two of us. And then other than that, we had to play outside or we had to do chores. But my father would play at night, and he would get really frustrated at the controller and bang it on the like this, like dumb controller on the folding chair. And I remember waking up one morning and he had broken the controller. My mom's like, "Well, no more Nintendo for a while." You're still the dishwasher. I don't know what I would do without my dishwasher at this point. I'm very spoiled. Playing with the other kids from the neighbor. I know, isn't that a crazy idea, Elizabeth? And you were told to come home when it started getting dark. There wasn't a time. It was just when it starts to get dark, come home. Like, we were able to walk to the park and go swimming, and the park was not near us. Like, it was a good distance, but it was considered safe. I'm sure it wasn't nearly as safe as my parents thought it was, and that we just got lucky, but it was considered safe at that time. Oh, memories. Oh, Sega. Oh my gosh, Dawn, yeah. I've been in one friend's house that she smokes inside. This was years ago, because my parents haven't smoked since I was a little kid. And she lit her cigarette and she started to smoke inside, and I watched the smoke just go into the front of her and stay there. And I was disgustingly mesmerized by it. I was like, how? Because there's no movement inside, right? Like, you don't have the airflow you have outside, so it doesn't just kind of waver away. Like, it just stayed, this cloud of smoke like a cartoon stayed there. It's the craziest thing. Play outside, different times for sure, yeah. Your kitchen is too small. It was either dishwasher or washing machine. That's fair. That is 100% fair. You guys, guess what? Yeah, it's time for the Wheel of Goodies and Goof-em-ups. It's our final round. Let's figure out who our final winner is gonna be. I'm on it. Okay, there's the boring stuff. Here's the fun stuff. I'm waiting with anticipation. Lillian Chan, I don't think you're on my list. Let's double check that though. Spreadsheet. Oh, you are, Lillian. You got a merch code at the beginning of the month. It looks like you will be eligible again on the 15th. So let me go ahead and pick another winner. Man, that's right. Nightbot really loves you. Not yet. Dawn, I don't think you're on my list. One moment. Let's double check. You are. You're on my list. You got a dad joke back on the 27th. It looks like you're eligible again on the 13th. So let's pick. Maybe third time will be a charm. Let's find out. Okay. We can do this. Come on. Don't do this to me. Sierra Stitch Sanctuary. Congratulations. I know for a fact you're not on this list. You are the final contestant for the Wheel of Goodies and Goof-em-ups. And Nightbot and I are going to have a conversation later on. That was insane. Okay, let's get that wheel up for you, Sierra. Hello, wheel. How are you? You're looking great. All colorful and stuff. Okay, you know and I know what's on here. And so far, the wheel's been pretty good to us. So I think it's going to be an all three-nighter. Let's find out, Sierra. Did she? Oh, you did! Crap, you won Yarn Tarot. She's not on my list. Hold on. Hold on. That's on me. Hold on. Oi, 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 oi. So, because you won Yarn Tarot, you're not eligible to play again for 2 weeks. Hold on 1 second. Oh my gosh. My apologies, Sierra. I'm so used to relying on that list. It's never picked somebody twice in one freaking day like that, unless your name is Yarn Pirate. Crochet Hooked is not on my list. We're safe. Okay. So, technically it rolled spun Blinky. It is up to you. Crochet hooked. You can either keep the Blinky spin and I will roll Blinky for you, or I will spin again for you. You just need to let me know one or the other because this one's 100% on me. I need to refresh. That's 100% what it is. I've never thought to refresh this in the middle of this yarn pirate. It's never occurred to me, and now I will never not do it. You should feel heckin' special. You all should. Stay on Blinky though. As soon as we get Crochet Hook to tell me which way she wants to go with this, that's what we'll do. I know we're a little bit behind per people, so my apologies if this is taking a little bit. You're going to keep it. I don't blame you. Okay, Wheel, we will see you on Monday.
See you later, alligator.
And we're going to move right into... So good. Okay, these are your colors that are up for grabs right here, Crocheted. We've got Princess of Mars, we've got Tales from St. Olaf and Kitty Glitter, and we've got Balrog. So if I roll a natural 20, you will win one skein of yarn, your choice, and we will cover shipping and handling as well. Feeling it today. I've been so off. The moon is full. Maybe this is the night, you guys. Okay. What the ever-loving? That's a natural 20, Crochet Hooked. You won a free skein of yarn. I think that this is the first time this has happened since we moved over from Twitch. Hot damn. See, it really does blink and it really does roll 20s from time to time. So, all the hype for Crocheted Hook. Crochet, you just need to tell me what skein you want. If you want the Balrog, if you want the Tales from St. Olaf, or if you want the Princess of Mars. It is the night, right? Look at that. So you let me know which one you want. And then what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead in Discord. You're going to contact me and give me your address so that we can send that to you. And with your address, I'll need a name on there as well because the mailman is particular about things like that. But congratulations, that's really, really exciting. You recommend the Mars. I recommend all. I mean, you can't have all of them, but I do recommend all of them. Okay, seriously, you guys, we love all of you subscribers. Thank you so much for your support. This is the way that we like to show it off, or thank you for it, I guess is a good way to put it. Where are my things? That. And on that same note, I just want to give a shout out to all our patrons. You guys are absolutely amazing. We can't tell you how much we appreciate all the things that you do just by joining at one of those levels over at patreon.com/bosskitty. And we have some really cool stuff for you as patrons. You get early release You get early access to things like boxed sets and grab bags. In fact, with boxed sets, we do a full-on early release party. I dress up for it. It's a whole thing. It's a lot of fun. You guys get extra content like the Fleece to Finish project. I think TK is going to throw the dad jokes that we've presented. So any dad joke we've seen on the show, you guys will be able to watch those whenever you want to watch them because we're going to throw them up on Patreon starting tomorrow. And then there's other stuff as well. You know, you do flash sales over there. If you are a Hazel's Hero, you get free shipping, I believe. So there's all sorts of things. So if you want to check it out, go over to patreon.com/bosskitty and sign up today. And thank you so much. Okay. Blinky isn't a complete jerk. Not today. I think Blinky felt bad for me because it's been a day. Okay, so Princess of Mars, please. It is all yours. Look, it matches my shirt, you guys. It's so pretty. Can't wait to see what you do with it. I'll get it out in the mail to you. Just give me your address and a name, and we'll do that for you. In the meantime, let's head on over to Discord. Discord. What do you have for me? This right here. Nope, go there. Thank you. And then, what the heck just happened? Pop this up. There we go.
Time to clean up.
You always forgot about the free shipping, right? A lot of you guys forget about the free shipping. Okay, welcome to Show and Tell. We're going to start out with Marie. First pick, this is Ren. I hope to get him, but no word yet. The second is a trail that goes through the state of Northampton, Massachusetts, where Smith College for Women is. And 3 is Wednesday. You wanted, Wednesday wanted a bath, you think. Okay, so this is Ren. This is the bird that you're hoping to get. Beautiful. Oh, the coloring on this bird is something else, you guys. The oranges and the greens into this really pale color up here. Lovely. I know it's not the end of it, but I want... Oh, thank you, Sierra. We appreciate you, too. Thank you, Winters. We appreciate you as a patron 100%. This is the trail you were talking about. This is beautiful. I love finding little secret trails places. There's a ton of them around here. It's one of the best things about living in this area. Oregon in general has a lot of like hiking trails and stuff. Wednesday is so adorable and sweet. Her face is just precious. You should give her a bath. Don't actually do that. Don't ruin her world. Emma, lemon peel update. It's finished. 120 stitches, 140 rows, 5 round border, perfect lapgan size. How did you finish this so fast? You are a wizard. Emma, oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. I love it. It's just the neatest looking thing. It's so random, but not random. Oh, it's good. Good job. Dawn, Show and Tell, my lamp wearing a crochet witchy hat. Fantastic. It's adorable. Addie Knitting Machine, wide brim beanies, gifting to Hearts for Humanity. Oh, that's so kind of you. Those are beautiful. I really like this yellow one right here. And then working on day 15 Granny Square, the 100-day project. I'm going to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, you're working on 16 right now. Look at you ahead of the game. They're beautiful. Elizabeth, I made a Pillsbury gluten-free funfetti cake with cream cheese frosting, cherry filling, topped with cherries and blueberries. It's for my mom's birthday tomorrow. Your mom is going to be so excited because this looks delicious. I don't even like cake and this looks delicious. I do like berries though. Good job. Crochet Mom. First up is my January cow square. Next is my Croster shawl progress. And last is my front yard at sunset picture that my daughter took. This is beautiful. This stitch is so subtle. And I love how it turned out with your lilac colored yarn. And you can kind of see, I don't know if you guys did front posts on this, but it's really lovely. I love the texture that's coming through on it. But not as much as I love this shawl, I'm not going to lie. It's the yarn you're using for this is perfect. And it really shows off that kind of spiral design in the middle with the star. It's beautiful. Oh, what a lovely sunset. Your daughter has a good eye for color. I love the way that trees look against a sunset because they get silhouetted. It's just very peaceful to look at. Well, I'm glad that we were able to make you a winner tonight, Crochet. I mean, you all are, honestly. Rashana, excuse me, I had the hiccups. The kiddo and I went thrifting together yesterday, and he found the hand-knit sweater and laptop bag. I took a picture of the cherry blossoms because they are early this year. Yeah, ours haven't come up yet. Snow, so obviously. And finally, I taught my son how to make bechamel sauce, and here are the results. I'm in love with his sweater. Good find, and the bag is awesome. I'm really jealous of that sweater. I love cherry trees. They're so beautiful. And they don't last very long, right? Like they bloom, blossom, they're gorgeous, and then they're gone. I have no idea what this sauce is, but it looks very good. Oh, I'm a sauce fan. I love sauces. Da Bun Buns, my sweater in all its glory. My squares for alt knots, and the final one I just finished tonight. Your sweater in all its glory is fabulous. Your hair is also fabulous, by the way. But this sweater, I am so in love with it. Like, deeply, deeply in love with this sweater. So much so that I want to copy it and make one of my own. I wouldn't do that, though. It is a work of art. It's so beautiful. I'm sure that Miss Laura is actually freaking the fuck out over this sweater right now. My squares for alt knots. Gorgeous. These look great. God, these squares are so big, you guys. So is it going to be like one big blanket? Is that the plan? It's beautiful. I really like the stripes. And then you just finished this one tonight. Love it. They look amazing. AJ Crochet Goddess made this beret hat with leftover yarn with a pattern you found online. Hi to you as well. It's a great hat. I love the blue base on it. Very stylish. Lillian Chan, a Relaxagon shirt. Look, I read the word before I said it. I've been working on it for many days. This is the first time I've used a fine weight yarn. I'm beyond asking if it's worth it. I can't wait to make 3 more. I love fine weight yarns. They're so versatile. This looks beautiful. Yeah, it's going to be really lovely. You're going to like the drape on it a lot. Sure am. Those colors, I knew you would. I love you. Pixie Punk. February toe-up socks. They fit the recipient perfectly. Redoing February's square, figured out that my gauge was way off when I put the finished square with January's. March's first sock. The colors on these are phenomenal, and I am jealous of the recipient, but I hope that they enjoy them as much as they should. These are gorgeous. Seriously, I'm blown away by these. Oh no, you're not wrong. That's okay though, that's okay. You realized it and you're gonna fix it, and it looks great. I love the way these look together. And then here's March's sock, also beautiful. Those colors are really great. I love self-striping yarn so much. Should be a big blanket, and I'm making 2. Nice, Anastasia. Anything that is primary color related, that sweater looks so, doesn't it? Vicky, blanket that I just started. I got the pattern from Hobby. These are coasters you made using a pattern from TL Yarns, and the floof known as Gabby. Oh my gosh, this stitch is... Okay, so the stitch is really pretty. Because of the yarn you're using and the single ply and the sheen on it, they look like teeny tiny waves. It's so cool looking. Like, I could stare at this for hours. Just little teeny tiny waves. At least from this direction it does. Here are your coasters. They look wonderful. I have a colorway that's very similar to this that I got somewhere. I don't remember. I've never made coasters before. My brother made me wooden coasters that have little Boss Kitty on them, little pants. But I've never actually made coasters before. I've thought about it though. These are great. And then look at all that floof. All the floof. Anytime, Dawn, we love you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for being a friend.
Oh my goodness. Michibi, cat eat hat for my daughter. Cat ear hat for your daughter. Okay, I got it. Sorry, I should actually look before I read. Beautiful. Love it. I love cat ear hats. Started top following a bag of day pattern. Love it. This colorway is gorgeous. You guys, you were talking about stone colorways. This one she's using from Lion Brand looks like stonework. You should take a look in here at this picture. A nice weather transition project. Your yard daffodils, your birthday month flowers. I love daffodils. Happy birthday to my fellow March birthday hot babies. They're resilient. Come up every year, even if it hits with ice and snow. I think we have some coming up in the new house, and I'm very, very excited about them. They're beautiful. I love daffodils. They just make me happy. Good night, Marie. And then Jinxie Doll. Next shrug is about to be started. Yeah. Also a beautiful stony looking color. You guys are on it today. Slowly getting things started for running my first D&D campaign. Wild Beyond the Witchlight. Yay! Wisdom Queen was running that one for a while. It's a lot of fun. Got to play a fairy. Very cool. Also, if you're doing this through Roll20, because she had the full set, and it looks like you do too, I'm sure you already know this, but all the maps and splash pages for this are amazing. And here's the shrug you finished at last stream. Thank you for putting it on. I wanted to see it so badly. It looks so good on you. Like, perfect. It's just, oh my gosh, I kind of want to make one now. Oh, so good. You guys are freaking fabulous, and I love you all so much. As you all know, next Wednesday, is our final show before the big move. So be prepared that the set will slowly be coming down over the next week. You might see boxes back there. I don't know. It's going to be chaos. But next Wednesday is our final show. We'll be gone for 2 weeks. We might throw some stuff up from patrons from time to time, so you guys can see the house, things like that. Maybe working on the dye studio. We are hoping to be back within 2 weeks in our brand new studio, which will look amazing. We're super nervous, super excited. But yeah, we still have 2 more shows, so make sure you're here for them and that you hit the subscribe button. We will be back this Monday, or this coming up Monday at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time, so make sure you're here. Have a wonderful weekend. And until then, my loves, as always, happy crafting. Good night.